Now, our next guest first graced our screens back in 2001 as Corrie's feisty Shelley Unwin.
Well, since then, Sally Lindsay has gone on to star in everything from sitcoms to detective dramas, and now she's back on our screens in her latest thriller, Cold Call. And it proves it can happen to anyone.
I mean, that was the thing when we started. They, Channel 5 and Chalkboard approached me. They wanted a character of every woman character, someone who's quite bright, and she's a carer, she's on the lower income of society, but she's a bright girl. And it can happen to anyone. And it's about distraction, it's about knowing everything about you, it's about you giving your details and trying to help other people. So if you're a people pleaser, as June was, so she's going, I'm really sorry, yeah, of course I'll get the details to you before your shift ends. And they basically use your goodness.
Yes,
to get
June.
And they are incredibly clever.
Yeah, incredibly clever. So what's happened to June, she's had... somebody's been calling her mum, pretending to sell her things, and then they've got, oh, I've got this catalogue, and here's, where did your June go to school again? And oh, do you remember you had that pet? And literally everything. We've all got the same passwords. We've all got the same things we do, and she's got all the details out, and that's how they do it.
So she to set up sort of what happened in episode 1, because there's 4 episodes and they're all
that was last night, the first one,
last week, and you can catch up. So if you missed that one, just go and catch up on it today. Her daughter's pregnant, isn't she?
Yes.
So she's selling her house to sort of release some of the money so that she can help her daughter out. And so she's got this money in the bank account.
So she's got this little house. She loses a job. Her job goes to an agency worker, and her daughter's pregnant. So she goes, right, yeah, basically I've got this equity, and it's £83,000, which is a hell of a lot of money. And so she's got this money in the bank. So she gets a call saying there's been some fraudulent activity on your account. So she's £6,000 gone out of your account today. So obviously she's panicking, and all these trigger words are used on her. And the writers, Karen and Mark, were just, they've got a PhD in scamming. They know everything about it and everything that happens. They spent years studying it. And essentially they just get psychologically go to normal people and make them scared that they're going to lose everything. And then they do.
And then they do, yeah.
Well, then, so that happens. She can't believe it's happening.
No.
She's a caring person. She is a carer.
She's a carer. She cares for her mum. She's brilliant.
So she's a really lovely person. So she then goes to a sort of group session, meets Des, who was an old school friend.
Old school friend, and he basically goes, oh, this is all great, but I can really help you because I've been following this scamming for like 8 years. I know everything about it. Come with me. So he leads her into sort of this den of basically the underworld criminality of it. And she gets a job. I think we can. That was last night. She gets a job as a carer in the guy who's at the top of the chain.
Kirk,
yes. Played brilliantly by Paul Higgins, and obviously it was Daniel Ryan who played amazingly Des, my best friend in it. And basically she's in the heart of the.
She gets into his house.
She gets into his house.
So is she going to kind of start taking things into her own hands here? Yes.
So basically what happens is, so I'm a 46-year-old woman. So's June, obviously, and or thereabouts.
You played that well. Well done.
Stop it. And so basically, it's a message of when you get to a certain age as a woman, you become invisible. Sometimes you become invisible, and also you're taken advantage of. You're not considered important, and she uses all this to her advantage because she's invisible and she's underestimated, and that's the biggest thing the biggest mistake they make, that they underestimate this character.
Story.
Well, that's Cold Call, which is episode 2 tonight at 9 on Channel 5. Now the papers are saying you're going back to Corrie. Now we know that that's not actually what's happening.
Yeah, it was mad, actually. It was crazy. I've done a 10-minute talking head. I think it's called The Queens of the Street. That's the working title.
Yeah, it's for the 60th anniversary documentary.
Yeah, so it's basically a load of us that have left and sort of done quite well. We talked about our memories of the street and how that set our careers up, and lovely. So I did this little 10-minute interview and didn't think anything of it, and then the next minute I'm going back to the street. I was at the first I've heard.
And would you ever?
Oh, gosh, I never say never. I mean, I loved it. It was brilliant. It still's brilliant. Oh, good God. You never talk. That's my first scene, I think.
Is it really?
Oh, that was my first scene there with that blooming I thought I looked like Jennifer Aniston. I didn't. But I did, with a big straight hair.
Thank you so much for coming in and seeing us.
It's lovely. It's lovely to see you both.
It's a great idea.
Thank you so much.
Cold Call, episode 2 tonight at 9 on Channel 5.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.